welcome back to the workshop. In today's video I'm going to take you through how I personally make a pen. I love turning pens. I think they're an absolute great way to get into wood turning, or if you already do wood turning, it's just a way to make new fun project. Off the bat you don't actually need a lot of things. You obviously need a pen kit. There's tons of pen kits on the market. Today I've got a beautiful Taylor Mirfield pen and it's really stunning. Hopefully I can do it justice. You're going to need a blank of some sort. You can get wood, resin, stabilised blanks, spurs, all sorts of different blanks out there. I've even seen people melt down the milk bottles and make out of that, and it's really versatile. Pigeons, they're on the roof right now. And then tool wise, you don't actually need a lot of tools. You obviously need a lathe, you need a pen mandrel, you need a way to drill the holes. You could either use a drill press or a drill and use a vise. You'll need a couple of, well, you only really need one cutting tool, chisel, a gouge. There's tons of different types out there. I've even seen people use a scraper to make a project start to finish. Obviously you'll need something to finish it with, sandpaper, glue, and then there's absolute mountains of finishes on the market, different waxes, oils, paste, this, that and other. And one great thing about pen turning is you can do very little and it still looks nice. Personally I don't like the high gloss, I like quite a matte finish, but it's so versatile. So let's get in, stop waffling and let's start making the pen. Let's get started. So first I've got the Taylor's Mirfield pen kit. It's an Amiga pen kit. Fantastic company, products are really good. Inside a pen kit you get lots and bits and pieces. You get your two tubes. This particular pen kit takes two different types of drill bits. You'll get your central piece, your cap, more bits and pieces, tons, and just look how stunning that is if it'll focus. No focus into there. Anyway, it is really beautiful. In this particular one you get ink because it's a rollerball style pen. And then for the blank I have a beautiful piece of wenge. It's quite a dark wood, but I thought I'd give it a go, and for some reason this camera is just not wanting to focus, but it is absolutely stunning. So first of all what we need to do is take our tubes, and we just need to put them on, and you want a tiny little bit either side, and then simply mark a line and we'll get them cut. And once I've got them cut we'll meet back here. Now I've got these cut down to size. You should be able to see that it's just slightly smaller. The pen tube is slightly smaller than the blank. So now we need to look at drilling. Now this particular pen kit needs two different types of drill bit. So for the longer, thinner tube, you're going to need a 2564 drill bit. And for the thicker tube, you're going to need the 1532 drill bit. So simply all I need to do is take the blank and get myself a ruler and mark from one corner to the other, and then that'll find the centre in the middle and we'll be able to drill that out. One thing to note, it is very important for your drill bit to be square to the table, so actually just taking a nice square, one that you know is square, and just make sure and eye it up along and make sure that it is as square as possible. Most drill presses should be able to have the adjustment in there, and if it isn't square then you risk the hole not running through all the way through the blank, and then obviously you might not have enough material. Now the blanks are drilled. All I need to do now is insert the tubes, glue, and let them sit until the glue dries. So this is the glue that I like to use. I've never had a problem with it. It's a nice strong glue, Gorilla Glue. And you'll also need a little bit of sandpaper. So all you're going to do is get your blanks and you want to just scuff them up a little bit on the sandpaper, and that just helps it adhere a little bit better with the glue and inside the blank. You don't need loads, just enough to see how that just roughly scuffed on the outside, and that's all you need. So now I've got them all sanded up, all I'm going to do is take the glue, open that glue up, and then on your end of your tube, I just like to put a nice amount on the end like that. You can put more, but there's no point in wasting it. This seems to do well for me. And then I just take the blank and insert it a little bit, and as I go, slowly twist it, and that seems to coat the inside all the way. And now this glue is a nightmare to get off your hands, so I suggest you can get proper insertion tools, but all I do is just take a screw and too far, and you want to insert it like that. Now those just need to be left to dry, and then we'll crack on with getting it mounted on a mandrel and ready for turning. Now depending on your glue will depend how long it takes to dry. This stuff takes a couple of hours. You can get quicker drying glues, but I've got plenty of time. So while that's drying, I'd just like to spend the time and quickly go over the lathe that I own. So this is the Record Power DML 305. It's classed as a MIDI lathe. Now it's great for things like pens, egg cups, etc., but you can actually turn a bowl up to 12 inches on it. I've got an SC3 chuck attached, but you can get all sorts of different attachments, and obviously I have the mandrel for the pen turning. This is just a regular standard mandrel. You don't need extra mandrel. Obviously the luxuries are nice, but this kind of setup, it will start you off and it will get you going. Now that the blanks are dry, I'm simply just going to take them over to the sander, hold them against the fence. I'll check both are square, run it in until I can see the metal at the end and all the glue is cleaned off, and then we'll mount it to the mandrel. So now I've got them sanded down, I just need to take the mandrel, and you've got different bushes for all the different kits. The way this one works is you've got two large bushings on one end, and then the skinnier end you've got a large bushing and a smaller bushing. So I'll get those on and get it mounted to the lathe. So I've been working at it a little while with the skew chisel. It's reasonably nice now, so I'm just going to sand through the grit and then apply some finish, and then we can assemble it. So I went through the grits and it feels really nice, it looks really nice. So the finishing is super simple. So I'm going to start off by applying some sanding sealer. There's absolutely mountains of finishes you can use, but this is what I'm going to do. Cellulose sanding sealer. I'm going to finish it off with a bit of wax, and then if I do feel like I need something else, I'm going to apply some microcrystalline. But really simple finish. And yeah. The sanding sealer has been given time to dry, so now I'm just going to take the wax, and I've got the lathe up nice and high, and turn it on, wait for the wax to melt, and run it across. So there's a coating of wax on now. I'm just going to give that a couple of minutes to really soak in, and then I'm going to buff it off. Right, that looks really nice, but I'm just going to put a little bit extra wax on. This is the microcrystalline wax. I'm just going to apply it on top, nice thin layer. I keep this little cloth inside the tin, and then it just lives inside there, and then you don't really need to to put any wax on it because it's already absorbed in, and then it just stops you putting too much wax on. So, as per instructions, leave this for about 20 minutes, come back and buff it to a nice shine. Been about 20 minutes, so let's get this buffed off and get the pen assembled. Beautiful, and it feels really nice as well. It doesn't feel plasticky. So let's get it assembled. This is the basic assembly. All these parts are pushed together. So I'm going to start pushing these together, and I'm just using a spring clamp. I'm just at the last part of assembly now, and it's super easy. I'm going to pop the ink in. Screw this all together. So there we are. The final piece complete. I'll do a quick wipe down. There we go. Absolutely beautiful pen. It looks really, really nice. And yeah, I hope you like the video.